Man, so proud of the way this team went out there and competed tonight more than anything else. It started off a little rocky in the first quarter, ups and downs. But the true character of a team is how they persevered, how they, handle adversity is more than anything else. And that's what you saw tonight. Offense, defense, and special teams, all phases of the game did something special tonight, whether it was passing the ball, running the ball, and the drive to kind of, in the full quarter, to kind of drain the clock and the 4-down stop. That just reveals the real character of this football team. And going forward, we can be as good as we want to be, as fast as we want to be. I keep saying it, and I truly believe it. So right now, I'm open up for questions.
Yeah, Coach, tonight felt like a statement. You guys have won 4 straight. You're undefeated in the conference. What did tonight tell you about what this team can be?
Well, all we do is continue to prepare. Each and every week we come in here with a mindset that we're going to prepare the right way. We're going to attack each day. We're not going to play logos is what we talk about all the time. We're kind of the new kid on the block. So obviously everybody in this league has been playing football a lot longer than Kennesaw State, even if it's their first year in the league. So all we do is try to do a great job of preparing the right way and going out there and basically doing what the coaches ask the guys to do and our staff. More than that is anything else. We prepare the right way. We're always going to have a chance to come out victorious at the end of the day.
For Dexter, it's been an up and down season. Just walk us through the last couple of weeks and how rewarding it was to have the performance you did tonight.
It was great, but last couple of weeks, got a little banged up in practice one of those days, but I mean it's about this team. Like, we got guys across the board in our quarterback room, receiver room, running back room. That was a team win. All 3 phases played together. I couldn't have did it without the O-line protecting the way they did, the running backs making the plays when they needed to be made, the receivers making the catches. So I know, it's been a little bit up and down for me, but for this team, we're undefeated in the bank, we're undefeated in the conference. You couldn't ask for much more than that.
Coach Gerard Bullock seemed to be a little bit more involved in the game plan tonight. Did that have something to do with facing the 3-3-5 and attacking the seams? And just talk about the wide receiver room as a whole. I think you guys are up to 7 players who have caught touchdown passes this year.
Yeah, I think it's very important to continue to change the picture constantly. Obviously everybody knows we're all about the wide splits and trying to run tempo, but that's not all what we do. We have a diverse offense, and we can adjust to whatever defensive fronts and coverages they play. Obviously this team right here presented a different defensive structure, really different than anybody else that we really play consistently and anybody else we played in the past. So we had to present some different pictures to go out there and some presentations to go out there and attack this style. I thought Coach Midget did a really good job of putting together a great game plan. The offensive coaches did a really good job of just having those extra days and taking advantage of those extra days to really prepare and really continue to rep the things that we needed to.
Dexter, talk to me. After the first quarter, you seemed to settle down and the offense seemed to flow real well for you. What was the big difference from starting to when you just kind of took over the game at that point?
It was just the little things, getting back to the basics. I remember one play in the first quarter. We had rep all week. I had to speed my feet up, and I didn't do it. So, that kind of put things in perspective for me. If I'm not going to do the little things right, then, the things aren't going to happen how they're supposed to happen, and my talent is going to be allowed to take over. So just getting back to the basics, doing what I'm coached to do, and let my talent take over. That was it, doing little things right.
And Tylon asked you the same question, but in a different way. They went up 7-0. What changed in the defense philosophy for you guys to settle down and pretty much shut them out for the rest of the game?
We always talk about adversity is going to hit no matter what, no matter which game. Coach Mack always says that this conference, there's no really difference between each team. So we knew that we started off slow, but we knew that if we just locked in and did what Coach Mattioli coached us to do all week, then we knew we'd have a great game.
Well, I have on the coach. 6 games in, what do you feel right now about this Kennesaw State team? I think you said in the opening statement, but what are you seeing that you're liking right now from this team?
I see a team that constantly keeps getting better each week. I think good teams that have a chance to play in bowl games and postseason play, they find a way each week, every week to try to get better. And that's what you see in this team right now. We continue to grow as a football team. We're growing in every single phase right now, every single week. And that's what you want at this kind of midpoint of the season.
Jason McDonald, Core 360 Sports. Coach, you have 2 games coming up, both on Tuesday nights. How different is the preparation? Is there any difference in the preparation, and how weird is that to be one of the only games on TV both of those games?
Well, I think the preparation is different. We have more days to prepare for this next Tuesday night game that we got coming up, which is good. We always use that time to take care of our bodies and get ready. You can see we can put a little bit more into the game plan, put a little bit more volume on these guys' plate. And I think that's really where the difference between, from a 7-day to a 10 or 11-day preparation day that we got. I do think that anytime you get a chance to play on national television, that's what college football is all about. College athletics, especially at a place like Kennesaw State, who's kind of the new kid on the block, we're trying to get eyeballs to the television. We're trying to get more people invested in our program. We're trying to know on a national scene, let people know exactly what Kennesaw State is all about.
You said Monday you weren't sure quarterback availability. When did you know it was going to be Dexter, and how'd you go about that?
Yeah, we repped both of those guys kind of like at the beginning of the week. As the week progressed, we felt like it was going to be Dexter. He was started to trend the right way from a standpoint of he got more healthier. He really digested the game plan and continued to get better each day. It really was all the way up into the game time decision. But we knew, we had total confidence that he was going to go out there and take the game plan and run with it, which he did tonight.
Did you feel good out there tonight?
Yeah, man, it felt great. Always feels good to win. I mean, that's the most important thing to me. When Coach Mack brought me in, I'm just attracted. I mean, I'm very attracted to winning. So we keep this thing going, and I'm just excited that we were able to, get it done versus a very good team. They were 4-1. So I'm glad to do that, and I'm really glad to do it with my teammates. It's really fun in that locker room right now. Was there a moment when you thought, hey, okay, I'm in this thing, and, we're going to win this game? It wasn't – I can't remember the exact moment, but I just – you always have that feeling. It was sometime in the second quarter when, we put together one of those touchdown drives and, defense made that big stop and got the interception. And I just, when each phase of the game is feeding off each other, the way we practice, I see it every day. I had full confidence after that second quarter we were going to finish that game. And Tylon, did you see this game coming? Did you have a feeling this was going to be your night?
We have a great team, and we got great coaches that put together great game plans. So just being in the right spot at the right time and just being able to do what we're taught every week and just go out and play hard, and I think we can do that any week.
Ty, talk about that last drive. You got to stop. You kept them from scoring. Obviously, they were intent on trying to score. They called a timeout. They were down there in the 1-yard line. And what was the consensus from the defense? What did y'all talk about before they ran that next play?
We got a standard as a defense. The game was kind of out of reach, but we knew that we still don't want to allow any more points on the board. We know that they're on the 1-yard line. We know they're going to try to run the ball, so we know we had to, buckle our belts up and let's get to them. No matter how much time left in the game, we got to finish the game strong.
5 is not a bad number to wear, right?
That's a good one.
Tylon, for you in this ballgame, you were a vocal leader on this team. You're getting the team fired up before the game. For you, when you start to make those plays, the fourth down stop, even the one you had earlier, what does that do for you as a leader of this defense to help continue to lead the guys?
It gives me confidence just to see all the guys rally behind me. That's really the first time in my college career that I've really had a lot of guys rallied around me, and everyone looks at me as a leader. So I know I have a job to do, and I know I have to raise the play of other people. Like Coach Mattioli, he one of our pillars of defense is energy, and energy is contagious. So if I bring the energy, everybody should bring the energy.
Film review is going to be fun on that last drive.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun.
Dexter, for you, Coach had talked about the last couple of games ball security for this offense, right? And then you play a team that leads the nation in turnovers gained. You go out there and play clean football. How did that factor into your preparation, keeping turnovers limited going into this contest against an opportunistic team?
We knew it was going to be important. We watched the film. I don't know if it was last game for them or the game before, but they had 5 interceptions in the game. So we knew, Coach Mack's presentation at the beginning of the week, the first 2 things were protect the ball, they lead the nation in turnovers, and then the second one was protect the ball. So he kind of emphasized it a little bit, so we knew we had to go out there and protect the ball, and everything else was going to handle itself.
Dexter, you're very complimentary of your teammates, your running backs, your offensive line, and your receivers. What's going through your mind on that Coleman Bennett touchdown pass?
Man, obviously, that was actually the same exact play that I messed up earlier in the game. So I was early before I snapped the ball. I was like, "Get your feet right." But I made the throw, got up, obviously got hit. But I see Coleman making a whole bunch of people miss, and then once I saw him make the last guy miss and him in open space, I knew it was a touchdown. I went ahead and raised my hand, and it was a good feeling because you knew we kind of put the game on ice right there.
Well, Coach Mack, you spoke earlier in the week about an opportunity to play in front of a national crowd. What do you hope people learned about Kennesaw State tonight?
I hope they see that we can play really good football here at Kennesaw State. They can see, hopefully, they got a chance to see what we bring to the table as a university. I hope the commercials everybody paid attention to, but more than anything else, I hope that they just see that we play a good brand of football here. We have an opportunity to do something special here this year. I think we got a special group of coaches and players, and we're just going to keep working toward it each day.
Talk to me about, they played 3 different quarterbacks tonight. How did you able to prepare for each? Was it just play the same way, or did you have to look at each quarterback in a different light?
Each quarterback brought something different to the table, but it's the same game plan all the time. Get after the quarterback, tackle the quarterback. All 3 quarterbacks could run, so we knew that the quarterback run game was a big part of their game plan. So we knew we just had to take care of that. If we take that out of the game and limit some of the things that they do, we know that we can have a successful night. And we did those things and made them change quarterbacks, made them change our O-linemen. So I think we did a great job as a unit, as a defense, from the front end, the back end, the middle linebackers. Everyone did their job tonight.
And Dexter, one thing we was able to notice, no matter when the weather got bad, the ball still had some zip on it. Talk to me about your mindset just to get the ball through that. And it looked like it cut through some wind a few times when you threw it through that.
Man, I think that's one of my gifts as a quarterback, just to be able to spin the ball. And, I had to build that confidence in the second quarter to be able to, put the ball in those windows. And once that started happening, at that point I was just spinning it, and we got the guys to catch it. So I just got to trust myself, I know the O-line is going to block it up. I know the back's going to be clean in protection. So just spin the ball, and, no matter rain, sleet, or snow, just spin the ball.
For Tylon, you were part of this defense last year, a group that really came together down the stretch and had some really nice performances, but, didn't win many games. How rewarding does it feel to put some W's up?
It feels amazing, man. Last year, it was a rough year for us, only winning 2 games. But now we doubled our wins so far, 4 wins, and we know as a defense we still have room to improve. We're not satisfied with what we've done. We know that we can still be better, fixing up some missed assignments, and just continue to grind it out every day, man. That's what it takes to win. So we know we have to do it.
Last thing from me, Coach, does the growing crowd in this room indicate that something's going all right?
I hope so. I hope more people realize that, I think we got a special group, got a special team, and, we can just, if we keep working the right way, there's no telling where we can take this thing this year.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.